1.9 billion times a day, someone on Earth cracks open a Coke. To hit that number, factories must manufacture and fill 200,000 bottles every minute. Yet at the center of this massive, relentless industrial machine is a 130-year-old recipe, so closely guarded it is reportedly known in full by only 2 anonymous employees. The physical formula itself is locked inside a high-tech facility, protected by thick steel doors, numeric keypads, and biometric palm scanners. The company actually put the exterior of this vault on public display in Atlanta. You can walk right up to it, a deliberate choice keeping the brand's mystique alive. But while that hidden blend of flavors provides the biological DNA of the drink, it is completely useless on its own. Replicating that exact taste billions of times a day requires a network of extreme industrial engineering. The beverage was originally designed as a medicine. In 1886, Atlanta pharmacist John Pemberton concocted a botanical elixir to cure headaches and relieve exhaustion. Called French wine coca, this thick syrup was mixed by hand with soda water and sold for 5 cents over the local pharmacy counter. 2 years later, a businessman named Asa Candler bought the secret recipe for just $2,300. He realized the real money lay in mass consumer distribution rather than targeted medicinal remedies. The catalyst for true global scale arrived during World War II. The company set up portable bottling plants directly on the front lines to supply cheap drinks to American soldiers, planting the brand deep into international territories. Turning that local pharmacy syrup into a worldwide staple meant leaving manual mixing behind entirely. Today, that task relies on a synchronized network of over 900 highly automated facilities. Every bottle of Coke is about 90% water. The problem is, water drawn from a tap in London tastes completely different from water piped into a factory in Tokyo due to varying mineral profiles. To solve this, facilities often pull their supply from deep subterranean sources, like an 800-foot underground aquifer, pumping up millions of gallons of raw water. Raw water molecules are blasted with disinfectants and forced through a microscopic nanofiltration grid, stripping away colored mineral particles and regional flavors. What emerges on the other side is a stream of purely identical, colorless H2O molecules, a liquid completely tasteless and odorless. By aggressively erasing the local environment from the water, the factory creates the ultimate blank canvas. This guarantees the secret syrup tastes exactly the same anywhere in the world. With the water purified, the bottling plant receives the highly guarded beverage concentrate, which arrives unceremoniously on a forklift packed in simple plastic drums. Workers pump this secret extract into massive 5,000-gallon stainless steel batch tanks to begin the initial blending phase. Here, the final bulk ingredient is added. While some regions use cane sugar, facilities in the United States primarily rely on high fructose corn syrup to sweeten the batch. This chart breaks down the final mixture. The use of corn syrup comes down to economics. Domestic corn supply is steady, and agricultural subsidies combined with import tariffs on sugar make it a highly cost-effective filler to combine with the water and concentrate. A single blending area can hold over 250,000 gallons of this precisely calibrated syrup. But at this stage, the liquid is thick, heavy, and flat. It needs a violent introduction of gas. The signature hiss and acidic bite of a Coke comes entirely from carbon dioxide. This gas provides the bubbles, and it also acts as a preservative to keep the drink stable on the shelf. To acquire the massive amounts of CO2 required, some modern factories use a clever ecological hack. Giant roof-mounted industrial fans pull in ambient air, capturing and recycling tons of pure carbon dioxide directly from the sky. This gas is compressed and piped into the carbonator chamber. As the heavy syrup drops in from the top, high-pressure CO2 is violently injected from the sides. Because carbon dioxide is extremely soluble in water, the liquid acts like a sponge, absorbing roughly 3 times its own volume in gas. Packing this much gas into the liquid makes it highly volatile. The entire mixture must be immediately chilled to exactly 41 degrees Fahrenheit. If it gets even a fraction too warm, the liquid will violently foam out of control as soon as it hits the assembly line. On the filling line, empty glass and plastic vessels race across stainless steel tracks. Geometric water jets rinse them out, and then precision nozzles inject the chilled soda, filling up to 550 bottles every minute. Milliseconds later, a high-pressure capping machine drives a seal onto the top of each bottle, locking the dissolved carbonation permanently inside. The sealed bottles are routed through heat tunnels to warm them back up to room temperature. This stops condensation from forming on the outside, allowing modular hot melt machines to accurately apply the iconic red and white labels. Before they ship, every container runs through a high-speed automated inspection gauntlet. Cameras and sensors check for microscopic fractures, misaligned seams, and exact bricks sweetness levels. Finally, autonomous robotic arms take over the floor. These heavy-duty claws group the cases, shrink-wrap them for transit, and stack towering pallets with perfect balance. It takes a perfectly synchronized collision of extreme fluid chemistry, robotic precision, and absolute secrecy to manufacture at this scale. That is how a 19th-century pharmacy remedy is cloned billions of times over to quench the thirst of the modern world.